Yes, it's that glorious time of the year. Ship shells are in the air. Na 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 na. Yeah, that's the time in which Chris Roberts starts with his tiny little hands. He starts with, yes, more money, more ship shells, concept. And he starts fantasizing about a fucking new yacht or mansion or whatever. But that's not why you're here. You want to learn about this game, about Star Citizen. Almost said if you want to learn about preparedness and survival, which is what I actually do for people that don't know. If you want to learn about that stuff, you have my other channels in the links there below, my books as well. But this is my fun time. This is the moment I enjoy, video games. And yes, very much still Star Citizen and No Man's Sky. But because we have IAE and there's a lot of interest, that's what I'm covering right now. Remember, No Man's Sky, it is going through the different expeditions. So if you want to earn those rewards, you have 2 weeks per expedition. I have to do a video about that. I don't have all the time in the world. But if you want to earn some of those rewards from the expeditions in No Man's Sky, check those out. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. I'll do a video about it soon enough. Now, what I want to talk about here is not me hating on CIG or Star Citizen. I really don't. I'm just critical about the things that obviously are kind of messed up, especially the greedy tactics and some of the things that don't work in your best interest, which is having fun. It is great for the company. They're the best ever. No one has ever been better at marketing than CIG. How the hell do you make $1 billion without actually delivering a video game after 14 years? It's just, well done, sir. Well done. No, I don't question that at all. They're the best ever in marketing. Being the best at marketing does not mean they're the best at actually giving you a product that you can, enjoy. It's actually quite frustrating. And you see it all the time in Spectrum, which, by the way, 2033, if you have some thoughts about how things could be done a little bit better. That's how the discussion boards go. One day. So tomorrow we will have this thing. And here is where people that are thinking of playing Star Citizen, dude, by all means do that. Start playing tomorrow. There's going to be a free fly event. They usually do these things so you can play for free, without spending any money at all. No money at all. It's just a little taste of what this could be. So if you want to start playing Star Citizen, when you have the free fly event that I believe starts tomorrow, right? That's how it usually goes, right? On this glorious occasion, right? You sign up. If you're going to sign up, you might as well use my referral. It's going to give you 50,000. Yeah, it used to be 5,000. Now it's 50,000 Alpha UEC. If you use a referral that you have, it could be mine or someone else. Might as well use mine instead of one of the shills out there. When you sign up and actually buy a ship to start playing, that's the moment in which there's probably going to be some kind of reward. I'm not sure what it is right now. It's usually some like little a Hoover bike or something tiny like that, which can be used for upgrading later on. I want to emphasize as much as possible, don't get crazy on this. Try it for free. If you like it, buy a starter ship. I'll tell you exactly what starter ship I recommend right now. But don't fall for the hype. I know. Oh, it's just $100. Oh, it's just $200. Hell, for some people, it's just $1,000. I'm not worrying all that much about that. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. No, you will not. The fun that is to be had, and believe me, there is fun to be had, especially for the first few months that you start playing, will not change because you buy a bigger, more expensive ship. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. The bigger the ship, the more time you waste. And believe me, there's already way too much time sink in the game as it is. You don't want to make that even worse. You want to jump around, see these beautiful locations in a convenient, practical ship. All right? Don't fall for the marketing. Anyone that has any intellectual honesty that has been here for a while will agree with what I'm saying. Go fly the ships for free. Rent them for free. You can fly anything you want for these couple weeks in which usually you have the free fly event. Try that out. You will see for yourself how the big fancy ship becomes boring in just a couple days of actually playing with it, because it's just too much walking around and the ship does not deliver what it promises. No, the carrack hasn't got drones doing anything. You don't have a freaking 3D printer in your carrack. You don't even use a toilet that you have in your ships. A lot of this is just JPEG. It's just there for you to watch, nothing else. But if you give it a shot, you like, and you want to get into this and buy a ship, you don't have to pay any subscription. It's just buying a game package, and I'll show you what is available right now, what's probably going to be available soon, and what you definitely want to avoid like the freaking plague. Trust me on this. Use a referral. With a referral, you will have some Hoover bike of some kind or another. You want to go here. Game packages, all right, when you sign up. And it's important not only to use a referral for the 50,000 Alpha UC that you get, that little ship or a Hoover quad or whatever it is that they actually deliver. I have to look into that. Don't know exactly what it is right now. That's gonna count as an actual ship, which you can then upgrade to something else. As it stands right now, cheapest way to start playing the game, 45 bucks, right? Wait until tomorrow, see what they offer. They're usually gonna have some discount, something interesting. The ones I recommend are the following. No, not really, and kind of okay. It keeps going up in price. It's insane. These guys are getting a little bit crazy. This is probably gonna go in a little bit of a discount tomorrow, so again, hold your horses. None of these ships are gonna allow you to do the things you could do a while back. These used to be super capable ships. They could do pretty much everything that was to be done, but they have to sell the bigger ships, so they want to push you towards spending $15,000 on a Praetorian pack. No, don't be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. Oh, but I want to have a dominatrix package for 6,000 bucks. Not really. Don't do that. So, cheapest way to get into this thing and stay in this thing after the free fly event is over, 45 bucks, no subscription, nothing, 45 bucks. There's people that have been playing for years and have only spent 45 bucks. Those are the true heroes of this game. The dummies, the idiots that have spent hundreds and thousands of dollars, yeah, those are the ones that, oh, what a fucking idiot. Yeah, of course, don't do that. Even if you have the money, it just makes no sense, and you will soon see that you're not gonna be happier or having more fun by any means. As it stands right now, this is the cheapest way. The cutter, Drake cutter. The Drake cutter is a little box that has a nice interior, and that's pretty much all it does. It really is not capable for hauling much cargo at all, for doing any kind of ship combat. It's just a fun-looking little box, and yeah, minimal amount of ship combat. Maybe the lowest of the lowest bounties. Maybe that. Probably the Mustang is a little bit better for ship combat. It has a couple more guns, so. If that's kind of your thing, you probably want to do that, all right? These two are, this is not the worst option out there. Avoid these specialty ships for, oh, I'm going to be a miner in space. No, you will not. These things are not great, and they're very limited to what you can do. This is more of a, this doesn't even have a bed to log out. You want to have a ship with a bed. That's why this one is the one I recommend, because in this thing, you will get a tiny bed. Well, a bed. It's not even that tiny. It has a decent little ship interior. The good thing about this is it's a little camper in space. So you have your bed, right? You have decent storage. It's almost like one SCU of locker storage for running in bunkers and bringing around some nice little loot in that thing, which you don't have in our ships. So the cutter would be the one I would keep my eye on for tomorrow's offers and ship sales. The one I historically recommended and I still like quite a bit, Duelist package. What the hell is a Duelist package? This is the Avenger Titan. It's been years and years that the Avenger Titan has been always recommended. The thing is, because it has gone by some time and it's a little bit of an older ship, it hasn't got the locker that allows you to store loot that the cutter does have. And it is 15 bucks more. Let's see the price tomorrow, but it desperately needs a gold pass, a gold standard pass, and have this make it, a better ship. It's decent enough for a little bit of ship combat, not as good as it used to be. You have 2 size 3 hardpoints and 1 size 4 hardpoint in the nose, and I think it's 2 size 1 shields. barely capable of a little bit of ship combat. It used to be that back in the before Master Mode's days, you could do a lot of ship combat with the Avenger Titan. Those days are far gone. We haven't got that for a long time. So it's going to be very limited. For bunker running, jumping around, flying around, and exploring for months at a time, this will just work fine for you. And this is very important for you to understand. If you bought something and then you want to upgrade it to something more expensive, you can do that. Oh, I want to buy this thing here. All right, I want to buy the Escort. I want to buy whatever the heck it is. Anything that's more expensive, you can use this as money already in layaway. It's money that's already in Star Citizen, so they allow you to put more money in. Of course they do, right? Of course they do. You cannot trade it for something cheaper. You can melt it, but not if it's your game package, which is what you're buying right now. So this is not in the discussion right now. If later you end up buying a bunch of ships like a complete moron, and there's plenty of us that have done so, right? You can melt those, but not your game package. If you melt the game package, you lose the access to the game, all right? So don't do that. But if you want to put money on top for, all right, I want to buy this thing, you can do that. Now, that's where you go into the what's called the ship upgrades, right? You're going now into the putting money on top of things. So it could be if anything as cheap as the Aurora, the cheapest ship there is, which they pulled apparently now. I didn't see it there, right? So you're gonna go with your Mustang Alpha, $30, but you were buying the game package, so that's why it's more expensive. But this is worth $30 of in-game money. You wanna go and buy and get, and you want to upgrade your cheapest package, which was $45. You know what? This is looking kind of shitty. You know what? Now I get it. I want to go with a cutter. All right, you go with a cutter. You click on this thing and you pay the extra $15, and you now have the cutter. Now, if you got this on a sale because of tomorrow's event when it starts, the price is going to be sticking to this, right? It's not going to go into the discount. So keep that in mind. Wait until tomorrow, see what they're offering, and see if this makes sense for you. Or maybe you just go with the Avenger Titan, right? The Avenger Titan, which is, depending on the sale, if it's at a discount, right? If it's going for less money, right? Notice how I'm not allowed to upgrade from a more expensive ship. You can't do that, right? But if you went with the Avenger Titan, which if you have the $75 or $60 or whatever it goes for, usually that's what I like. But I will be honest with you, the cutter having that locker, which the Avenger Titan does not have, these days I would go with the cutter. Just go with the cutter. It has that locker, allows you to move around a little bit of stuff. The Avenger Titan has 8 SCU of cargo. The cutter has 4. And, you're still moving around small boxes. You're not a big hauler or anything like that. Same thing here. $60. Whatever is more expensive, you can trade for that. I don't see anything really worth it. Nothing here. Nothing here. Really, the Cuddy Black is more of a bigger ship, but you're already talking about $100-something. Really, no. Spirit, same thing. Now, last piece of advice. If tomorrow you use the referral that you have from my referral there below, besides the $50, I believe they're gonna go with some ship, and they call ships like a bike, like a Hoover Quad or a Pulse. These things are, well, money in the account for free, basically, because it allows you to have this thing and fly it. You move around in this little Hoover Quad. It's not going to be a ship. It's not a spaceship. You cannot fly out of atmosphere or anything like that. But let's say they give you the Pulse or the Hoover Quad. You now have a ship that is not really a ship. It's a bike, but you can CCU it to something else. So if eventually you want to get yourself, oh, you know what? I'm an idiot and I want to give these guys even more money. Right. I'm not starting from zero. I'm using this thing to upgrade it. So I want to get the Golem for mining, and I want that in my personal, permanent inventory thing. And for $30, I upgrade this thing. I save $30, and now I have this. But remember also, you cannot melt this thing. This is going to be something this is money that I'm never going to see. I'm never even going to see within CIG. I cannot melt it for something else. So be very careful about that. There is a good chance that if you want to go heavy on this, which I recommend you definitely do not, right? Going with a lifetime insurance token, which is something that you buy with fresh money. Let's say you buy Ursa Rover, some little car with $40, $45, and that's lifetime insurance. And the insurance means that eventually when the game comes out, which will probably never happen, you don't have to worry about your insurance expiring. It goes way beyond the topic of this video. For starters, exactly what I told you is what you should keep in mind, okay? Guys, see you on the next one. Take care. Have a great day.